Some fascinating new research is shaking up the way we search for habitable planets. It turns out that clouds on tidally locked planets, those planets where one side always faces the star, might be tricking us, making it harder to tell if these planets have the right conditions for life. Here's what's going on. When we're trying to figure out if a planet has an atmosphere, we usually compare the temperatures between the day and night sides. A big temperature difference normally means there's no atmosphere to circulate the heat. But now researchers are saying clouds on the night side might be confusing those measurements. Instead of showing us the surface temperature, we could be seeing the cooler upper layers of clouds. This could totally throw us off. A planet that looks like it has extreme temperature swings, making us think it's a barren, airless rock, could actually have a thick atmosphere with pretty stable conditions. So, even if it seems uninhabitable at first glance, there might still be potential for life. Now, most of these tidally locked planets orbit red dwarf stars. Red dwarfs are everywhere. They make up about 75% of the stars in the Milky Way. So, if we're going to find habitable worlds, a lot of them are probably going to be around these stars. But since red dwarfs are smaller and cooler than our Sun, their planets have to orbit super close to stay warm enough for life. And that's where tidal locking comes in. When a planet is tidally locked, one side is always facing the star, while the other side is stuck in eternal darkness. Without an atmosphere, this could create pretty extreme conditions. One side could be unbearably hot, and the other side frozen solid. But if the planet has a decent atmosphere, it could help spread the heat between the two sides, balancing things out and making the planet much more livable. So how do we know if that atmosphere exists? That's where things get complicated. As we just learned, those clouds on the night side could be tricking us into thinking the planet has extreme temperature swings when, in reality, it's more balanced. This shows us that we can't rely on temperature readings alone to know if a planet has the right conditions for life. Even with amazing tools like the James Webb Space Telescope, we're realizing that the search for life is more complex than we imagined. We're going to need to come up with new ways to get to the bottom of what's really happening on these distant worlds. At the end of the day, the hunt for habitable planets is getting more exciting and more challenging, but with every new discovery, we're that much closer to understanding the possibilities of life beyond Earth. And with technology improving every year, who knows what we'll uncover next? Each new breakthrough brings us closer to answering some of the biggest questions in science. Are we alone in the universe? What other worlds could be out there waiting to be discovered? It's an exciting time to be exploring the cosmos, even if the big discoveries don't come every day. I'll be here to bring you the latest astrospace news whenever the next breakthrough happens, so keep an eye out. There's always something new on the horizon.